New for you at 4, Ian Kramer, the son of U.S. Senator Kevin Kramer, pleaded not guilty today to homicide and other charges in connection with a December 6th crash that killed a North Dakota sheriff's deputy. Now, a jury trial is scheduled for July. Kramer was initially charged with manslaughter, which was then upgraded to homicide. Bismarck police said that Ian's mother took him to a hospital because of mental health concerns. Court documents say that he crawled into the driver's seat of his parents' vehicle after his mother got out, and then he smashed in reverse through the hospital's ambulance bay. Documents say that Kramer hit speeds over 100 miles per hour and kept it going even after a spike device flattened 2 tires. Now, more spikes were set up, and Kramer swerved and then crashed head-on to Mercer County Sheriff's Deputy Paul Martin's patrol vehicle. Martin later died at a hospital. Now, in March, Ian Kramer pleaded not guilty to separate felony charges of theft, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment in connection with the events at the hospital. A jury trial is scheduled for June. He is being held at the McLean County Jail in Washburn on $500,000 cash bail.